professional, but
Welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is Wednesday, April 14th. I'm Pilar Lastra. To my left, we've got D-Mac. We've got Tom Mazaway to my right. Fish in the fishbowl. Easy D behind the glass, keeping us in line. We see some of the chic there. What's up, Adam? What's up, Adam? We see you. You gonna bring us some good picks today? No, not today. You're just here hanging out. And of course, Luke handling all of our social media. So make sure that you are chiming in on all the conversations that we have today. It's going to be a great show at Woodward Sports. Of course, we're on Twitch now, so go over and show us some love there. And you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. That is also the number you guys will be calling to play in our Get Home with Hall Financial baseball trivia game for a chance to win a $100 gift card to Lashish. All thanks to our friends over at Hall Financial. All right, so normally we would be getting to your Mazda Sports update, but there's some big updates going on for Michiganders today. Right now, Governor Whitmer is holding a press conference, and what we're expecting to hear, maybe some shutdowns, maybe just justifications of why she's not shutting things down, but it should be...
Or maybe she's like, go for it. Get the hell out. Go outside.
Right?
Who gives a
Have
damn?
fun, everybody.
Go for it.
Before we take it there, Pilar, what did you say before? I laughed when you said before, well, we're going to carry it. She's going to give us our punishment.
I said no, because she always has the structure of how she does her press conferences. She welcomes everybody, right? And then she addresses the situation, and then we're all holding our breath like, are we going to get suspended? Are we not going to get suspended? And then she passes it over to everybody else. But it's kind of how she does everything. So we'll see today. But it's to give us an update on the state's effort to slow the spread of coronavirus. So we all know that she's been under a lot of pressure and heat from the White House on them wanting her to close things down. So do we have that press conference? Are we live on that? Okay, are we going to put it up?
You can do, of course, is to get vaccinated. The safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines are the most effective way to keep yourself and your family safe and
Except
help us
for the
return to normal.
Johnson that she
Just yesterday, the
pulled
CEO
off.
of Pfizer said they are upping their COVID vaccine output by 10%. This is great news, and it demonstrates the hard work and ingenuity of Michigan workers who are making the life-saving Pfizer vaccine in Portage, Michigan. If we all do our part, I know we can slow the spread and put this pandemic behind us. But we also must find ways to keep people safe and out of the hospital. Today, we're here to discuss promising therapeutic treatments that are available to help those diagnosed with COVID-19 to avoid serious symptoms and to stay out of the hospital as we're facing this surge. Last Friday, April 9th, the National Institutes of Health COVID-19 Treatments Guidelines panel said they, quote, strongly recommend that Regeneron's COVID-19 treatment should be used in COVID-19 positive patients who are at high risk of clinical progression. The NIH's guidance was backed by data from a study of 4,500 patients, showing that Regeneron's COVID treatment significantly reduced the risk of hospitalization and death.
Tom,
Regeneron and other therapeutics
I'm on right now.
from Eli Lilly have already been granted emergency use authorization by the FDA, the exact same authorization given to the vaccines. So both treatments were granted this authorization back in November of last year. Regeneron and Eli Lilly offer a promising treatment for some people who have tested positive for COVID. Current data suggests both are effective, likely effective against B.1.1.7 variant, which is now the most common variant in the country. Notably, Regeneron was administered to President Trump late last year after he had COVID-19 and faced harsh symptoms. Regeneron's treatment very likely helped save the former president's life. It could save yours too. We are using every mitigation strategy, every medication, and every treatment option to help fight the virus here in Michigan. These treatments can be effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths for those diagnosed with COVID, and we are ensuring providers across the state have the supplies they need to effectively treat Michiganders. They are another tool in our toolbox as we work hard to save lives.
Are we still holding our breath to see
So
if
how
we're going
did
to
you
be
get
shut
it
down?
and who can get it?
Come on.
Well, Regeneron and Eli Lilly are monoclonal antibody treatments that are administered via infusion through an IV. In just a few moments, we will have Dr. Khaldun talk more about the science behind these treatments.
So she really,
So far,
she's
more
really
than
not
6,600
saying
Michiganders
anything
have
other
received these treatments
than
since
what
they
we
were
heard
approved for
about the
emergency use by the
J&J, but
FDA
she's
in
bringing up
November.
Regeneron and
And
Eli Lilly and
65%
different
of patients report
options,
feeling better
I
within
guess.
2 days.
Right.
It's basically a
and
medicine.
Less than 5% require hospitalization.
Right? It's a medicine to
following
take
Right,
if you have
it's a-
COVID, basically.
Currently, people with
It's a
pre-existing
treatment,
or
right. I'm not
underlying
very
health
familiar with
risks
this. I didn't.
qualify to receive these therapeutic antibody treatments.
If it helped the
This
Trumpster, it's got to
includes all
help us.
seniors, anyone
Right.
with high blood pressure, asthma, lung
Well,
issues, heart issues, cancer, or anyone who is immunocompromised. Ideally, both monoclonal antibody infusions should be administered as soon as possible after a qualifying patient tests positive for COVID-19. So if you are diagnosed with COVID, talk to a physician to see if you are eligible for this treatment. Time is of the essence with these therapeutics. The sooner you receive them after you test positive, the more effective they will be. If you don't have insurance, this treatment is still available to you. We're proud to be removing this barrier right from the beginning to accessing this life-saving care. And I want to reiterate that COVID-19 vaccines are also free for all Michiganders. Regeneron and Eli Lilly antibody treatments can help keep you out of the hospital. They've also been shown to reduce the risk of symptomatic infection, meaning they could stop you from spreading COVID too. Approximately 30% of Michiganders we're seeing get diagnosed every day would qualify for these life-saving therapeutics. In Michigan, we're seeing spreading awareness of these treatments and taking steps to make them available to all Michiganders where they are at no cost. Currently, both Regeneron and Eli Lilly treatments are available at a few hospitals in Michigan. We're engaging with our federal partners to expand supply at centers that currently administer these treatments and also working to stand up additional sites where they can be accessed. We know that as awareness increases, more people will take it, and we want to make sure we have the capacity to keep up with demand. The federal government has made therapeutic treatments free for all Americans who are eligible. There are currently still some administrative costs if you get this treatment, but we are working with the federal government and healthcare providers to get these costs waived.
So
I want you to know that we are doing everything we can to make this therapy available to everyone who qualifies for free as quickly as possible.
I would say, and Luke, you
However,
keep
I
this
do want to be very
on
clear.
your ear, just letting us know if at
Therapeutics are
any
another-
point she starts talking about shutdowns or sports, things like that. I think she's very adamant about not shutting down
Well,
the state.
Well, here's the thing. What I took from it about getting vaccinated, but these promising therapeutic treatments, antibodies, the Regeneron and Eli Lilly, what she's talking about if you've had it. So, yes, usually because the biggest thing is she comes out with the punishment early, so it'll be interesting if she's changed her tax, but it's more of how we're going to deal with it, I guess, in the state. And
Preventing deaths.
Right, the
and
biggest thing,
hospitalization.
right, is to stay out of the hospital. That's what I heard from her. The thing I didn't like though is I was hearing likely, and I think of that Tracy Morgan commercial. You know,
Yeah, that's good.
right? Like
It might be poisonous.
It might be poisonous.
But-
Yeah, exactly. You might not want to do that. But again, due diligence and obviously the options. I like what I heard as far as what the science. We've always said let the science dictate, and now that there's more options and safer options, I like the number, the 4,500 patients. I like the fact that the sooner the better. So, well, I'll wait for the other shoe to fall.
According to the Detroit Free Press, ironically, they send out a message right as she's going on about their updates. Every day I see their updates, and we've actually gone down in COVID cases. Michigan reports 7,955 new COVID cases and 33 deaths. 28% of people 16 and over are fully vaccinated. Just 2 days ago, these numbers were 9,000. 9,000, 8,000. Today it's in the 7,000s. Barely made the threshold of the 7,000s, but they're starting to go down. And it sounds like this therapeutic treatment is kind of like the Tamiflu. Tamiflu or Tamiflu, however it is that most people say it's TAMI flu. You have to get it after you've had this, you first get the flu for 2 days. After 2 days, it's really no good for you because it's an antiviral treatment. So the thing about viruses is that we all know you can't really get rid of them. You can only try to suppress them and control them. So that's why you need to get it right away. I didn't know that this was even accessible to us. I thought that this was still at a very high level of like the president was able to get it. So this is good news. It's promising. If anybody, Luke will stay on this to hear if at any point we'll be reporting that there'll be any shutdowns. We will let you guys know. But from everything that I have read, no matter how much heat she's getting about shut it down, the only way to control this is to shut it down. Vaccines is not going to control. We're so far off that the vaccine isn't going to help this immediately. It's going to take a month for the vaccine to really help, which is why the feds were saying that they're not sending us more vaccines. And of course, yesterday we saw that the governor did temporarily pull the Johnson & Johnson vaccine off the table after 6 people had severe,
6 women had blood clots,
rare blood clots from it. So, and I don't know what really, because I mean, if you smoke, you're at risk of blood clot. If you take birth control, you're at risk of blood clot. So I don't know if these women, maybe they were taking birth control and smoking.
Well,
you don't know all that stuff, right? It's hard.
Here's the bottom line, and this is what's important to me, Darren McCarty, to the show as the hook, to the Woodward Sports Network, to the boss himself being a part of the people, is that we have to take this seriously, because this is what we do. Not sitting here, being out with you guys, being when the games and the sports and they're opened up. So to have the due diligence and have the knowledge and the leadership, whether we like it or not, at least there's more answers. And it seems like you said, like Pilar, you said, you're watching the numbers every day. I don't, but I go by you. That's what's Maz. I temper my opinion in sports to his attitude, and for you more so life. And that's what we're all in this together. So. Right. Slowly but surely, and at the end of the day, hopefully we're out there sooner than later.
Yeah, of course. And everybody just remember, do your part. Practice good hygienes. You don't need to be on top of everybody. Give everybody their social space. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to invade their space, then that's on you guys.
Hey, getting back to the J&J vaccine.
Then go get a room if you're trying to invade their
space.
Get a room. What's that?
Getting back to that J&J vaccine, how it's affected 6 women with blood clotting. And I said out of 6.8 million. So I said 1 in a million. I said that last night at the dinner table. It was probably the wrong thing to say. My mother-in-law is a 3-time cancer survivor. My daughter, Abby, was in the hospital a couple of times with this rare infection that they said, oh, that's a 1 in a million thing. Well, she got it, and she got it twice in like 2 months. And it was toxic shock.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were scared as hell. She was a battler. She got through it. God bless her. But my mother-in-law reprimanded me by saying that 1 in a million could be you. Could be you. So I'm never downplaying. I'm never saying something like that again. 6 people had a bad reaction to it. That's 6 too many. Yep. That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, and you know what though? I've had not anything nearly this serious, but I've had a bad reaction to a vaccine before. It's not fun. So. But even when you take Tamiflu, they give you a long list of things. One can even be hallucinations. So, you have to weigh out the good with the bad and what works for you.
Well, the whole thing, obviously, too, is the way that there's different strains. And the thing, we're not dealing with one thing. You're dealing with something that's trying to stay alive, and we're trying to fight against it. So the more we do it together and are on the same page, the more we'll get through it.
For sure. Fish, what do you have to say to this?
We are going to get to a caller after the break, correct?
Yes. Do we have a caller now?
Yes, we have a caller. We have Zach. He wants to talk about the Tigers.
Okay.
And we'll get to that after the break, correct?
Zach, yes, we will.
We'll get to that after the break.
Okay,
Thank you,
Zach.
Fish. Thanks for that update.
Hang tight,
Can
Zach.
you give me an update? Next time there's a phone call, do like a bling, bling, or something like that. Then
All right, I will.
Phone rang. Okay, then we'll just say, hold on. We'll get to you.
All right, guys, let us know your thoughts. If you feel that this press conference is going in the right direction, you like what you're hearing, you're having that sigh, that exhale, that sigh of exhale. What is it?
Relief.
Sigh of relief.
Sigh of relief. Yes. What's the saying? You know what they say in English? The sigh of relief when you exhale.
You can, if you're not sure the English word, you can always
Just say
the
it because
Spanish.
everybody will
Spanish
understand what I'm saying. Yeah, the sigh of relief that we're not being shut down so far. So hit us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. When we come back, we will be giving you Maz's sports update and getting to our big hook. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fenton at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys. And ladies, this is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking thorough good boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is time for us to get to our sports update. Maz, take it away.
All right, Pilar, thank you very much. As always, brought to you by our good friends at MyBookie. Don't forget to use the promo code Woodward and get that special bonus right on top of your money. And we'll tell you more about that later. Tigers beat the Astros again, 8-2 last night. 2 more home runs for the league-leading Wilson Ramos, our catcher.
And
I talked
got
to
some power, and he's shown that already.
Got to get these cuts
All the
from
Tiger
Wilson
fans.
Ramos. A couple home runs. He's like, yeah,
Start as far as power
no one even knows that this guy plays.
There he goes
driven
again.
to right. That one is deep, and that one is gone. Wilson Ramos.
Anyway, hits 2 home runs last night. He's got 6. He leads the majors. And how about Akil Baddoo? He doed it again. Here it is.
It's a deep left field.
Back
It goes, and it is gone.
He doesn't get cheated
The
either.
superstar
That is 4
start
home runs in his
continues
first 8
for
games.
Akil
That
Baddoo.
is a
It
Tigers
is
record.
amazing
And
what
Renato
this.
Nunez, he was brought up from AAA last weekend. He hits his 2nd home run in a row. They played really well, and they haven't beaten the Astros in a long time. So they take the first 2 games. Can they get the sweep tonight in Houston? Michael Fulmer from the bullpen. Now he gets the first start of the year. By the way, he looks like a new man. I think he probably lost like 40 pounds. This guy looks great. Lance McCullers is the guy for the Astros at 8:10 tonight. Pistons host the Clippers from LCA. LA beat them Sunday 131-124. Pistons had a 12-point fourth quarter lead in this one. How about Kyle Kuzma of the Lakers? Listen to what he had to say about Andre Drummond. He comes out and he tweets out, Andre Drummond has never really been coached before. So give him a chance to get into our LA way of winning. He's only played for the Pistons and Cavaliers. That's what Kyle Kuzma said today.
That's what happens when you got a ring, baby.
Isn't that
you
something?
can chirp. You got to be like Draymond.
You little a-hole.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
My sub's got rings.
Yeah.
My sub's got bacon.
He does. My rings are clogging my ears is what he's
Thanks,
saying.
Claude. Thanks, Patrick Waugh.
That's right. How about last night? Right before we left, Darren McCarty had this to say about Anthony Mantha.
With the guy traded to the Washington Capitals. It's going to be a tough game against the Philadelphia Flyers, but I think Anthony Mantha not only plays in this game and wins, he also scores.
I like that.
Oshie to the trailer. Mantha off the head fake. Fires. He scores. Ahem. I think I said lethal.
He's having fun.
You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Look at him.
Right here.
There it
right
is.
Here. Like I tweeted out.
Congrats, buddy.
You know what, Maz? See, Maz knows all this stuff. He just refuses to hear. Maybe the rest of the Woodward Sports Network family will understand just what a prognosticator. But Maz, you can't have the stats that I have, being the person I have, and still be alive without like a little connection. So just stick around.
By the way, he looks a lot bigger in that Capitals uniform than he does in the in that Wings uniform.
I think it's because of Ovi.
Maybe. Maybe.
But you know what, to the point, though, guys, is what I wanted to see, and this is where hockey is. Do you see how excited his new teammates were for him and how that's what I'm saying, and we look forward, sorry to interrupt, Maz, but we look forward to the same excitement of the Veranosaurus, Jacob Verana, coming here to Detroit. So Dick Panic. So little Dick
Don't
Panic
hit that
out
Dick
there.
Panic button. By the way, Wings start a 2-game set with the Blackhawks tomorrow night at LCA. Sabres captain Jack Eichel out for the rest of the year. He's got neck issues. You knew he wasn't going to play, but they made it official today. Lions, by the way, represented at Justin Fields' second pro day today at Ohio State. He joined a bunch of teams out there, but the Lions did go out there. Albert Breer put it out earlier today. Lions joining the Broncos, Seahawks, and Buccaneers. These teams have officially said we are skipping next week's season's workouts. So those off workouts, the off-season workouts, these 4 teams are skipping it. Look out for that collective bargaining. You know what? They added that 17th game, so now the players are kind of chirping back saying, all right, add a 17th game. We're not going to go all these practices that you want us to do. The players actually want to do them virtually, and they probably are going to get their way. And by the way, Aaron Donald, put this mug shot up here. Aaron Donald beat the living daylights out of this guy over the weekend. His name is DeVincent Springs. Well, Aaron Donald now has assault charges against him stemming from this incident over the weekend against this gentleman, DeVincent Spriggs. So we're going to find out a lot more.
Do you know the backstory behind all this?
No, I do not.
I mean,
do not.
that
I think it was in a club, if I'm not mistaken. And,
aggressive. First off, anybody who has seen Aaron Donald play, that is the last person I want to get hit by.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit by anybody, but that is the last person I want to get hit by.
So word is out now. We'll see how the NFL and what they do. How about Detroit's own Clarissa Shields?
Yeah.
Great boxer.
Flintstone.
She'll make her MMA debut on June the 10th against Brittany Elkin. And a full house expected for Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, the rematch in Vegas coming up on July 10th. So Dana White says we're going to pack the house. That's what they're going to do. And we take you back 21 years ago today. You ready, everybody? Everybody's favorite son in Ann Arbor, Tom Brady, finally hears his name called.
So an anxious time for so many football players who are college stars. Among the last 6 picks taken, a familiar name if you're a college football fan, Tom Brady, the quarterback who all he did was lead this football team, put them in the right position more times than not. And when he got pulled from the game,
kill a
and Drew
match
Henson
today
came
when
in,
this came
Michigan
through on
football
his,
was
when
not
he
as
was
good as it
looking for
was when Brady
sports
was
stuff.
No
but
question, Mike. Smart experience. This past
I'm
season,
proud of
he
you,
cut his
Maz.
interception total from 98
Thanks,
and a half.
Matt.
Tossed
I'm proud
20 touchdown
of you. You're
passes,
coming,
only
see,
6
Pilar, you're rubbing
interceptions.
off on him. You're
Touchdown
softening him up.
actually, all 16 games he started against Big Ten opposition during his career. Accurate, was a very catchable ball. He really knows when to take a little off as well. I think that's the key, and he stands in that pocket very tough. He'll take a hit. Question's going to be mobility. He only runs a 5.2, 5.40. And, of course, when you have those edge pass rushers, you have to avoid the initial defensive end, the initial pass rusher. Can he do that at the pro level? Going to New England, Drew Bledsoe, his forte certainly isn't mobility. It's dropping back, throwing the football. Brady can do that, and certainly New England's offense already designed for Bledsoe. Now comes Brady. Can he overcome that lack of mobility?
Michael Bishop's
How about that? A young Mike Tirico and Mel Kiper breaking it down. Yeah. The 6th round, 199th pick overall. 21 years ago today, and he's still playing. I think he won a couple big games.
Yeah. Just recently too,
Just
right?
7.
Just like this very last one, I think he went. Was it the last Super Bowl that he won, Tom?
Yeah, the defense.
Another.
That Buccaneer defense was awesome.
Another ring.
They were awesome.
Pilar, you know what the greatest thing back in the middle 2000, like 2011, 12, 13, for like Darren McCarty and Tom Brady, right? We were so synonymous because we both had been to 6 championship finals and only won 4. We were both 4-2. Mother, father. Then he just went and smoked 3 more in the last little bit. As unbelievable, Tom. I still love you though, buddy.
Oh my gosh, that was a good one. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, you are impressed.
I know it was
for the hate.
I give you sports history. I hate the guy, but I give you sports history.
But
listen, we know
as he's
Maz
wearing his Jets jacket.
That's right.
Right, but
This
you
is
know
my
Maz.
kryptonite.
Hey, everybody here. Maz, the shirt's coming out. Is Maz Hates Tuesdays and TB12, but he respects this day in sports so much that he understands it. So I'm proud of you, Tom.
All right, let's
Thanks,
take
bro.
our caller, Zach. Is he still with us?
Hey, Zach.
Hi, Zach. Welcome to The Hook.
How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good, man. What's happening?
Not much. Hey, just wanted to comment on Cuba Do. I know you guys are going to get into it here at some point during the show. it's just amazing what this kid is doing at just 22. And I had to actually look up how old he was yesterday. I didn't know about it. Really, I think I can't figure out if anybody else has a clear-cut favorite for him, or really for anybody to be the Rookie of the Year in the American League. I think he's got all the tools you're looking for. He'll be in the starting lineup again tonight, but it's really hard to not sit here and just smile at everything this young man's doing, really just taking everything in stride, and listening to him on the postgame last night, just how humble he is that he's getting this opportunity.
Well, Zach, you know what? You bring up such a great point, because I believe, is he 22, right?
Yeah.
So he's 22. So this is, even though he's a Rule 5 guy, slip through. This could be, now, I'm excited too, obviously, but don't want the shoe to drop. The one thing is, wait until his second time through the league. Wait until they have more pitching on it. Now, as I say that, they have it now. But when you hear the kid talk, right, when you hear that, how grateful he is for the opportunity, when you hear his manager, A.J. Hinch, on opening day, who's got him in the on-bat circle, he doesn't get to go up, and he says, hey, how are you feeling, kid? You didn't get to play. And he's like, I'm fine, just another day playing baseball. And there's one thing to say it, Zach, but it's one thing to believe it and live it. And what you're seeing is him putting in the work, because I hear it from all the rest of the guys, and him knowing what he has to do. And I think it's one of these things that, yeah, if we want to talk, it's too early to talk the Rookie of the Year and stuff, but let's just see how he goes and sort of game to game, and how A.J. Hinch uses him. And I think the beauty of it is A.J. Hinch being the manager is he's had stars like this. You look over at that Houston side, and speaking of that, I couldn't be more happier for A.J. Hinch beating his former team. But Akil Baddoo, it'll be one of these things. I hope that we're talking about that he is that next up-and-coming athlete in Detroit. Now, time will tell, because it's baseball, and it's the longevity of the season and how people adjust. But the one thing he does is he's adjusting as they're adjusting. And usually with young guys, that's what takes the longest.
D-Mac, you had mentioned about that situation with Baddoo, and I actually saw it last night. He took it was a called third strike, and he kind of looked at the umpire, kind of questioned the call, and he went back to the dugout. And this was really cool, is watching AJ pull him to the side, basically put an arm around him and say, look, you're going to have your growing pains. This is all part of the game. And for him to do that, and like you said, he's done that with those guys in the other dugout, whether it's been an Altuve and a Correa, a Bregman, a Gurriel. He's worked through that. So for AJ to be in that position to just kind of tell him, hey, you're going to have these growing pains. This is all part of the game. This is all part of the learning. And going through that, I thought that was a really cool thing for him to do last night. And that's kind of one of the reasons I'm glad AJ's our manager, because he's been in that position. He's been able to handle guys that are like that. And so that really was something that really stood out to me the most last night.
Well, I appreciate the call, Zach, and those are such huge things when we're talking culture and how you're building it. And it goes back to Maz saying about Kuzma and the LA Lakers, talking about Andre Drummond never having real coaching for the Pistons or for the Cavaliers, right? That's the fact. Well, you got the right guy with the young guy that's proven it. You name the names, we can see it. So that's why it leaves you that he's in great shape. It's the same argument I make for the Red Wings with Steve Yzerman making all the deals. So thanks for the call, Zach. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Zach. So I'm assuming we have another call.
Yes, we do. We have Kevin from Muskegon wants to talk about hockey and wants to talk about Alex Ovechkin's age not really being what it is? Question mark. Here he is.
Okay. Hi, Kevin. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, Matt. I just wanted to know, with all the international dudes that come over to play NHL hockey, I mean, it's been rumored for a long time that Ovi's a little older than he actually is. And I was just wondering if you have any first-hand experience with it, because you played with a lot of
Well, Chelios,
international.
Chris Chelios, who's an American, played till he was 50-something or whatever like that. Age don't matter as long as shape, and it doesn't matter. Like, the one thing you're arguing about, or you're saying, is that they changed the Rookie of the Year award back in the day when we know who Igor Larionov, but one of the famous KLM lines, the Krutov, Larionov, Makarov line. Well, Makarov won the Rookie of the Year for Calgary as like a 35-year-old, so they changed that rule. So I think more so back in the day, the ages might be different. But the bottom line, when you're talking about Ovi, I don't care if he's 50, the kid can still score, and he's not going to stop scoring until he gets to second in the all-time goals, because I don't think he can catch Gretzky.
No, I get that. I'm just asking if you know.
I don't. Guys want to be taller and they want to be younger, Kev. Guys want to be taller and they want to be younger. So it's usually not.
All right, well, hey.
The only times when you're going for your fake ID is where you want to be older. Get in the bar.
Yeah. My last thing is, don't no one want no smoke with Aaron Donald. I don't know what that dude did.
Right, yeah.
I'm out.
The only other one is Easy brought it up is that and Easy asked me, he said Aaron Donald or Ndamukong Suh, and I said, well, I'd pick Aaron Donald just because I think I can reason with him. And Sue's not going to reason until your arms are ripped off and your head's ripped off. So that could be even worse. But it'll be interesting to see, because it'll come out of what happened. And I hope that nothing serious. I love Aaron Donald as a player and as a person, but as a Detroit Lions fan, no Aaron Donald. Better pick for the Lions next year, hopefully. Worst record for the Rams.
I look at things like that and what happened to what you learned in elementary school, in kindergarten? Keep your hands to yourself. Walk away. Just walk away.
Once those drinks go down, your personality changes.
But just walk away. It doesn't matter. Just walk
listen,
away.
guys, trust me. I've been in a few situations.
No.
Right, but and very few in public, right? Very few in public. But there's a certain time and a place. And here's the thing: is that I will always remove myself, right? And good luck with the guys I hang out with, because that's the idea. And that's the beauty that I've created is I don't go to places with people that this would happen. But in this case, that's why it's so important. Like anything else, find out the facts. I have a hard time believing that Aaron Donald attacked this guy. Now, I'm not saying he didn't throw the first punch, but something happened that you don't get a face like that from just talking.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know, though. I want to point out that I saw on social media, D-Mac, that you're going to be hitting Easy with a lawn chair or something?
No. A steel chair. Right, yeah, exactly.
You want to look like that? You want to look like that?
I prefer to be a lawn chair, but I just...
The plastic ones that'll just leave, like, lines on your
Just let me know when you're going to do it. I need to be
We're
there.
all going to be there.
All right, good.
It's going to be a hook thing.
I'm not going to encourage this.
I'm going to slam
You got
him
a pretty
through the
little mug
table,
right now.
I'm going to hit him over the back. Can't leave welts above the shirt line. Come on. See, that's the problem with Aaron Donald. He left the mark, right? The marks that I would leave you, like, you be internally bleeding.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to point out our social media is awesome today, like always, at Woodward Sports. Jenna says alcohol doesn't allow that, Pilar, LOL. That's so true. You don't get to walk away. I mean, you don't typically walk away, like you guys said, once you've had a little bit of alcohol. Jenna also said, though, Fish has the best sound effects.
He does.
He's a great dude. You should see his board. He's got downloaded like 15,000 play bits that he can just bring up. Bloop bloop. Bling, bling.
We have sound effects here, but we much prefer Fish's live.
No, it's the best. It's the best, and social media agrees. And yes, Jenna, I'm going Mama Bear on this whole thing. Everybody just needs to be responsible and take a step back. No hitting people with chairs, steel chairs. Don't be hitting people at clubs. Just walk away, everybody.
But Pilar, he asked me to do it.
You asked him to do it? What's wrong with you?
He'll do it.
Here's what happened. I said if we hit 10K on social media, because we have I'm a company guy. I want to hit like a threshold and also protect myself a little bit because I don't know if we'll do it. But if we hit 10,000 followers on Instagram in the month of April, I'll let D-Mac give me the chair.
I mean, I'm a team player too. So, I mean, if the guy wants to be a team player and we get to 10K and I get to hit him with the chair, I mean, I'll sacrifice the fact that I will use what I know with the chair to effectively get that 10,000 pop.
I'll tell you what. And right before he does this, Easy, I'm going to grab that chair real quick and replace it with my daughter's frozen, fuzzy little, her couch. And it's going to be like, poof, a pillow to the face.
How are you going to do that when you're not there?
Well, I'll be there just for that.
Oh, yeah, you got
I said I'm not going to be there to support Easy getting hurt, but I'll be there to save him. Fish, one more thing before we hit the break.
It's a steel chair, right? Is that confirmed?
As steel as it can be. Like, I got it being built right now. It's the most. It's like almost like titanium steel stuff. Can't be broken.
Is there a limit where you can hit easy? Like,
yeah,
it has to be below the head and below the legs.
No headshots anymore. Guys, do not watch wrestling. It's going to be right.
So just straight to the back.
Right to the back, and I'll hit him. I won't see if you're mad at the guy. You turn the chair over and really hurt him. But you can. There's a certain professional way to hit a guy with a chair.
Well, you're going to hit him with my daughter's frozen couch.
Exactly.
Instagram, our social media saying, Walter is saying, okay, I'm signing up on Instagram. How many followers are we away from this?
Last I checked, I think we're getting close to 7,000.
Oh,
so
this is a reality then.
It's a reality for sure, but
hey, don't worry, Easy. Last week, April, I'm gonna pop this on the big social on my Instagram, my Darren McCarty real ones, and we'll get it.
I'll be nervous then. I will say it'd be like a real wrestling match too if Pilar comes in and saves me. It'd be like a classic.
There you go. I got you.
Yeah, that's it.
She could be your Ronda Rousey.
I got you.
Hey, yep.
Hey, stay tuned, everybody, too. Because there's going to be another edition of Fish and Luke Theater later.
Yes.
Because there's another media spat between KD this time and Shannon Sharp. You don't want to miss this one.
Reprising his role.
There's KD
as
especially
Kevin
right now.
Durant.
There he is.
Yes.
Fish, what do you have to say about this?
We have 6,943 followers.
All right.
Very close. All right. You are aware that you're going to be doing our social media theater,
Yep,
right?
I've got them right here.
All right. All right, guys. So much more show when we come back, so stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Hey guys, D-Mac here for 8 Mile Vodka. It looks like that dude on Aaron Donald might have hit him with the 8 Mile Vodka bottle. That was heavy or whatever on the inside. But why is D-Mac holding up the alcohol? Because it's not the what, it's the who. It's the guys behind that bring you stuff on the inside. Yes, if you're a vodka drinker, you want to get this 8 Mile Vodka, single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care, carbon filtered, aerated, bottled at the perfect time. I don't really care. You might care, though. It's exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled and enjoyed straight or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. Go check them out. Get yours at Myers, your local bar. Ask for it. Whatever you do, please, please, please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It's Wednesday, April 14th. All right, my friends, so Governor Whitmer has finished her press conference, and it seems like everything's okay, right? There's no restrictions that she implemented. It was pretty much just promising more therapeutic treatments.
Was Dr. J there?
Dr. J was there.
Okay.
Not the Dr. J, Julius, that we all know.
I know.
But.
Every time she says it, I can't help but think it's it's Julius Irving, not
right.
How many times you yell at your
Calhoun.
TV going, it's not Julius Irving.
That's not him.
It's not Dr. J.
That's not him. I know. All right, so there you have it, guys. No new restrictions put on the state of Michigan, but please do your part and stay healthy. All right, so let's get to the big hook of the day. Detroit team, top executives from 4 of the major teams have signed a letter objecting to Michigan voting restrictions, the same one that we saw from, well, something similar after Georgia implemented their voting restrictions that caused this huge uproar.
They lost the All-Star game because of it.
Now Michigan is supposed to start their talks about voting restrictions. So according to the article in Yahoo Sports that is talking about what they're seeing, it's going to contain 39 different bills. It doesn't go over every single 39 different bill, but the ones that they do touch on, according to mlive.com, the majority of the bill includes measures that would restrict voting access. This would include a photo ID would be required for both in-person voting and absentee ballot
I thought that was the way it always was anyway. How do you vote without your license?
Well, they're saying, and here I know Michigan does already have this, because I know when I was going to pick up my absentee ballot from the courthouse, I said, oh, can I get my husband's? And they said, no, he needs to be here with his ID. And they specifically said, you can't bring his ID and get it anyways. He needs to physically be here. I said, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
It totally does make sense to me. Absentee ballot applications would no longer be automatically mailed to residents. So now I guess every year you would need to, or every time there's an election, you need to go online and request it. And then access to curbside ballot drop boxes would be restricted, and the government would be barred from providing prepaid postage on absentee ballot return envelopes. So that last one I feel is just saving the government their 52 cents or 49 cents, whatever it is that stamps are now.
I think they're close to like 75 cents
Are
now.
they?
Yeah, I think
No wonder
are.
they're implementing this. They're just trying to save money. They're trying to shave on the budget.
Luke, find out how much a stamp costs these days.
I
These
don't even
forever
know,
stamps.
because you do the
Yeah,
forever
it's
stamps,
forever,
right?
It's got to be like 60, 70 cents by now.
Right. So, so in this, I do want to make it clear, it was the top executives. It's not necessarily the team owners. It's the top executives from the team have signed this. How do you guys feel about
55 cents? Yeah, 55.
55. You were closer to me.
DMAC?
You know, this is obviously important, and you know, some of the times when you're talking politics and like Maz said, sports combined, you shut your brain off. But in today's day and age, you got to understand what's going on. And for Major League Baseball to move the All-Star game because of the voting, and this is an issue. So I'm the one confident thing that I am here, and I know I'll speak from a player's perspective, is that we're worried about playing the game tonight. We're worried about, like, you know, like, so
Right.
So all this stuff needs to be taken care of by the culture, but it is important enough that the sports executives for all the major teams get together and make sure that a wrong isn't right and a right isn't wrong, and it's brought to the attention. So I think that it was led by what happened in Georgia, by what Major League Baseball. I'm sure these conversations have been going on. It's just not a knee-jerk reaction, and for them to do it, hopefully, the saving grace is that we're Michiganders. We live in Michigan. Common sense is prevalent. Why do I say that? Because if it's right, we will decide on it. I'm talking cannabis. I'm talking legalized gambling. I'm talking about, you know, being adults. I'm talking about the governor letting us not put restrictions, but letting us be adults about this thing. So when it comes to this is where I think sometimes not just you look to athletes for leadership in the public eye. This is for the executives whose names you don't know that are in charge of reading all the rhetoric and in charge of knowing how these laws affect the teams, see that it's absolute detriment to not only the teams and to the people. So it's I commend, because it's the way it should be, right? And the fact that they're all together on this tells me it's bigger than what I understand it to be. So I'll let them take care of it.
So I also want to point out that some of the items are also going to try and make things easier for people to vote, like an extra day of early voting. So it's not all bad, but I mean, Tom, do you feel that sometimes all laws need to, every 10 years, need to be revisited and go back to what makes common sense, and that they do need to be maybe changed or fixed?
Yeah, I'm all for changing with the times, and I just want to make sure the people that can't get to the ballots easy will still have a chance to vote. And that's the problem in Georgia. We had Lynn Henning on, I think it was last week or the week prior to that, and he got really in deep in this with the Georgia law. And I was like, I wish politics and sports didn't mix. And he said, well, Maz, do you like your democracy? Do you like your freedom? Do you like your right to vote? I'm like, yeah. So he said, these things are important. I don't know. You know, I want to say, okay, I agree with you, but there's parts of me that still say, you know, separate church and state, separate sports and government. They're okay. I'm fine with the Wings, the Pistons, the Tigers, and the Lions, and their players getting on board and wanting to show that we're not just sticking to our sport. We want to know what the heck's going on in our world. So I'm good with that. That's today's athlete. Back in the day, Darren would say it. Those guys probably didn't even know what the hell was going on. They had to work an extra job just to make ends meet. This is a different world. These athletes, they mainly concentrate on their games, on their sports, but now they're getting their voice out there. I don't know, go back past Colin Kaepernick even. I mean, there's been stuff way before that, before social
Muhammad
media,
Ali.
right? Easy.
Yeah, I would say Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's
Dr.
right.
Martin Luther King.
That's a great one. That's probably number one.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. I mean, I remember Joe Louis was in the Army, fought for the Army, did everything for the Army, put on shows, put on boxing exhibitions. He was the guy. Always saw him in his uniform. And what happened to Joe Louis? He died penniless. The IRS, the government didn't back him when he needed them the most. It was a horrible situation. Muhammad Ali picked up the baton from there and just spoke his mind. And here we are today. We have our athletes like Colin Kaepernick and so on and so forth. So it's church and state. You separate. I think sports and government, you still separate. But if that's what they want to do, they want to hop on board and have their voices heard, so be it. I just want the rules to be fair for everyone to go vote. That's all.
Yeah,
everyone should have a fair chance to vote.
And it's the article's also saying how it's not just top sport executives, but also top executives from 30 of Michigan's largest companies also signed onto the letter, and that's including Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Ford, Quicken Loans, and General Motors.
So what they're telling these Republicans that are making these bills, putting these bills in Senate, they're saying, hey, look, before you put all this out there, I just want you to know you're going to piss a lot of people off. So
a lot of people that would probably be voting Republican to begin with. But, you know, they took a quote from the letter, and it says, government must support equitable, how do you say this
Equitable.
word? Equitable,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm messing it up.
Okay.
Access to the ballot to ensure that all eligible voters can exercise their rights. Government must avoid actions that reduce participation in elections, particularly among historically disenfranchised communities, persons with disabilities, older adults, racial minorities, and low-income voters. That is what I think needs to really stick out for this. It's not should you have your ID when you go ask for a ballot?
Of course.
Yes. Should you be able to prove that you are alive and the person that you're saying to be? Yes.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of making sure that my vote is protected and nobody's stealing my vote. But what they really need to make sure is people with disabilities that can't get or that maybe don't have internet access, how are they supposed to sign up for their
the lower
absentee
income
ballots?
population? I mean, that's what Lynn was telling us a couple of weeks ago. These people in Florida, these people in Georgia, they're standing in line. It's 100 degrees. The sun's beating them down. Yet you can't give them a bottle of water. That's it's a felony to give them a bottle of water.
But so just take your own lunch is what I would say. Don't let that be the reason why you don't vote.
What the bottom line is that that's all it is. We see you. We know what's going on. Tread lightly, or tread properly, or
Tread
whatever
properly,
else. Tread
like-
properly. Right? That's all it is.
Why is it that after we've had our democracy for so many years, after we have been able to vote, after we have gone into other countries and fought for them to have a voting system, why is it that now our voting system seems to be broken? How is this even possible in today's day and age? Why is it crooked in our country?
But here's the thing.
Why?
It's crooked everywhere.
Well, that's the thing, right?
But
It's
here's
crooked
the
everywhere.
thing. Nothing ever changes for anything until people stand up against it or let them know they're aware. People will operate in life if you don't say anything, whether you realize it or not. But the more that you have pay attention, and that's what the fact that the teams, the big companies, the Blue Cross Blue Shields, the Fords, this is the Detroit, this is the Michigan, and like you said, it's more of this awareness that, hey, we're paying attention, we see you, so let's do it properly.
Yep. And social media is also agreeing with things, yes, help those people, but you should have proof of who you are. Walter says, well, Maz, throughout modern history,
Walter's getting me.
sports and social society measures have intertwined, and it's true. And then he says, I'm not going into the rules of voting because those things usually start issues. Yes, they do, my friend. They normally do.
But Maz's point is that, come on, man, Maz is the most comfortable when the politics are over here and the sports are over here, and there's a whatever shit show's going on over here and whatever, but they're separated. Then that's a happy Maz.
I try to speak on it as much as I can, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I really don't give
it really
a shit.
burns your heart.
Yeah,
stuff like this weighs Maz down.
I don't want
and
it.
It's okay.
Yeah, but you know what? I say good for big companies that they know is going to be hitting their pocketbooks and is not going to go for the donations that may lose a vote. Good for the world of sports for speaking up and saying, listen, this is just your human right in this country and it should not be jeopardized. So I applaud them for doing that. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it is time for us to play Get Home with Hall Financial Baseball Trivia.
Much more comfortable.
Yes, right back to your wheelhouse, Maz.
Give us a call, 313-552-6322. You are playing for a chance to win a $100 gift card to Lashish. From what I hear, right now. Incredible restaurant, all thanks to our friends over at Hall Financial. So get your fingers moving, 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. All right, my friends, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. It is time for us to play Get Home with Hall Financial, our baseball trivia. All right, dial it up, 313-552-6322. You can also, ding! Oh, okay, never mind. We've got a call. Who do we have?
Forgot I was supposed to do that. We have Paul from New Jersey who's ready to give this a shot.
Paul in New Jersey.
All right, Paul in New Jersey.
I did not set this up, folks. This is not a setup.
Welcome
from
to
Jersey.
the show. Yes, is this one of your former?
Hello?
You don't know a Paul from
Hello?
New Jersey. Paul?
Hello?
Yes, this is Paul from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Hey, Hackensack.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you know what that is,
not
Maz?
Yeah, I think my mom goes there for
It's not
treatment
hacky
sometimes.
sack.
Hackensack Hospital.
It's not hacky sack. Did they call it hacky sack?
No, it's Hackensack, right by the Hackensack River. My parents live right off
you
that river.
baseball fan, Paul?
Oh, I love everything. The Mets are my favorite team in the world. I love it.
All right, well,
Okay.
right here, this is like Maz. See, Maz, see how you get pulled right out?
Maz,
you get
give
pulled
him-
right out of the politics into a homeboy and, loving baseball.
Give
So
him,
go
give
ahead,
him
Maz.
Paul,
Our social media is already saying, Paul from New Jersey, good luck. Everybody's rooting for you.
Paul,
Thank you. I want to win. And, Maz, I got to ask you about Presto's Pizza on 772 Main. Best pizza I've ever had in Hackensack.
it's
You ever
great.
tried it?
It's great pizza, but it's not the best, but it's very good. First of all, the
Presto's
key,
is amazing.
it's got that great pizza neon sign in the window. Anytime you see pizza neon sign, you know it's a good slice. So go in
All
there.
right, Maz,
to
give him-
Hackensack.
Give Paul.
All right, here's how you play, Paul.
The rules.
Paul, we give you 4 questions, one at a time. If you get the first one right, you make it to first base. Then you get to second, third. You've been to third base before, right, in your life?
Not too many times, but enough.
Okay. And then if you answer the fourth one, you get home, and we give you a $100 gift card to Lashish. They don't have any Lashishas in New Jersey, but, hey, if you're in Michigan.
No, but my nephew, he lives out there, so I might give it to him.
You sound like my buddy Danny B. Everyone sounds like Danny B. All right, here you go. Are you ready, Paul?
Of course.
All right, here it is. This major league team was dubbed the Cheeseheads by their fans. What team are we talking about?
Ooh. Oh, gosh. Is there a hint?
I hit the bell by accident. Hey, turn that up a little
Sounds
bit.
like I got that one right.
No, you didn't get it right yet.
I love Paul.
The Cheeseheads, a major league team. Think about it. What Cheeseheads are in football?
The Cheeseheads are the Packers.
Okay, now give me the baseball team.
The Bruins?
What?
The Brewers.
The Brewers.
The
Correct.
Brewers.
Can't understand your accent.
Understand your own.
Yeah, I can't understand your
jersey?
accent. All right,
Nice job, Paul.
You're in first base, Paul.
Thank you.
All right, Pilar. It's yours.
I thought you were going to give him you had a backstory to this.
Oh, yeah, I do. I have a backstory to this question. The Cheesehead started in 1987. A guy by the name of Ralph Bruno in Milwaukee. He was sitting on his mother's couch, and it needed some new upholstery, so he's picking at the foam. He pulls out this big piece of styrofoam. He looks at it. He's like, "Man, this looks like a big piece of cheese." So he takes a scissor and he starts snipping around it, and then he puts this big piece of block of cheese and he puts it on his head, and he goes to the Brewers game, and it caught fire. That's where the first Cheesehead started. 1987 at a Milwaukee Brewers game.
Wow. The guy cut out his couch and wore it to the
And he wore it on his mother's couch. He wrecked it. Ralph Bruno, look that story up. It's an awesome story.
Oh my gosh, I would be pissed.
His mom got a new couch, probably. Maybe.
All right, here we go. Next question. Where were the Oakland A's originally located?
Oh, Days was out in Philly.
Yes.
And then where?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I forget where they were before.
They went to Kansas City then they went to Oakland in 1968.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask that question.
All right. So
All right. Well,
2 for 2.
Okay, and here, Paul, I apologize, but my team growing up was the Detroit Tigers, so all mine are maybe Tiger questions. Although I did enjoy your '86 Mets. They were a bunch of crazy bastards.
They were awesome, man. Should've
Anyway,
won 2
so
World
my
Series.
question to you: who was the oldest player to lead the majors in home runs?
You can give him a clue.
I did.
Well, let's see if he...
I did give him a
You
clue.
did.
My questions are about the Detroit Tigers.
Yes.
Was that the man Al Kaline?
Whoa, that was such a good.
Wait, what?
Rocket.
Wait, take one more guess, Paul.
Ooh, so
Let me give you.
What was the hint?
I'll give you a hint.
It was in the 80s.
Well, it was on the '84 Tiger team.
I thought it was
And he-
85.
Yeah, but he was on
But
the 84.
he was on the
he was
'84 Tiger team.
World
It happened in
Champions.
'85. He was traded to Detroit, or he played.
That's enough.
Okay.
Traded to Detroit. Ooh. See, I know everything about my Mets. You ask me about any game, I could tell you, but the Tigers aren't my specialty. I'm gonna have to guess Alan Trammell.
Okay. You know what? You're gonna have to call back, Paulie. It was Darrell Evans from the Braves, hit 40 in '85. But you were by far a great guest. And do you have to tell your nephew or whoever you got in Michigan that you'll try next time? Maybe Miles will put some Mets trivia on the.
Yeah, let me
on the
know when you're
card.
going to call. Call us back. I'll make a question right up on the spur of the moment for you.
All right, my boy Mazzy, Pala, D-Mac, I love all of you. Keep doing your thing. Thank you.
All right, Paul.
Thank you. Get a good slice there. Get a good
Take
slice.
I'm starving. Bring me one.
Yeah, all the way from Jersey.
I'll take it, man. Every time I go to Jersey, I always bring 2 pies back with me. They're not as good, though, when you bring
You know
them.
what, though? It's funny. That could be 10 of your buddies. Like,
Easy.
not your buddy, but the
Easy.
way they talk.
Easy.
Like Danny B, your
He
gambling buddy.
he sounds identical
Well,
to
I
him.
know they sound identical.
Sounds identical to him.
Walter knew the answer. He said Evans.
Darrell Evans. And here's the kicker. Darrell Evans was on base. See how I bring everything back together? Darrell Evans was on base.
When the cheese has his hair caught on fire?
No.
Oh.
When Hank Aaron hit home run number 714.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
I did not know that.
Isn't that
That is a
something?
good one.
Darrell Evans.
Hey, Walter, you might want to call in. Maybe you could win a gift card then instead of being on Pilar's Facebook.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
love
not
it.
on mine. It's on the
Or on
Woodward
the Woodward Sports, yeah.
Facebook.
But again, we're going to
Trying to
do
get
it
caught up,
tomorrow
D-Man.
again, Maz. Try to give away a gift certificate to La Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Yes. All right, my friends, we're going to take a quick break. But yes, I love the answers. I love the interaction on our social media. You guys should 100% be calling in at your chance to win these great prizes. 313-552-6737. 6322. We also put it on our social media, so make sure that you're following us there at Woodward Sports. When we come back, we've got some D-Max hack and whack. What? Is it golf already again?
It's golf every weekend, and this weekend they're not going for the green jacket; they're going for the red plaid jacket at the RBC Heritage Invitational. Come back, I'll tell you who to pick.
All right, guys, you guys are tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
To a happy place.
Real simply, congratulations to Hideki Matsuyama, not for just the $2 million purse, the green jacket, and the nice replica trophy. The fact that he's going to serve blowfish, allegedly, maybe next year, cooked properly. If you
allegedly coming out of this show. I don't want people, my gosh, that's how rumors get started.
But if you say allegedly, you could say anything.
But we started that rumor.
No, that's the first thing I learned in radio. Mads taught me that way back in like 83.
93.
93, yeah, that's right. Anyways, the Hideki Matsuyama, who first major winner in Japan. Anyways, this week the RBC Heritage moves down the road, and this is the one that you guys will see. They're playing for the plaid red, white, or plaid red jacket and stuff like this. Speaking of the Cheeseheads couch, it more looks like something that would be on a couch or the number 8 horse at Churchill Downs there for Kentucky Derby weekend. But here you go. Here are my picks, my 4 picks, and if you'll see, there's 5,000 to 1, which is Kevin Kisner. Now, this isn't a long hitter's track. This is more for guys that can roll the putts in, and these guys have sort of been playing well lately. So I got Kisner at plus 5,000, Hoffman at plus 4,000, Smith at plus 3,000, Morikawa at plus 2,000, all great values and great opportunity. So throw a $5 on. One of the things I want to tell you guys, though, is what we've found to work is with golf. It's like, take these odds, bet a little bit, but as the tournament goes on, you can bet guys each day. And for example, I picked off Justin Thomas a few weeks ago with 4 shots back and picked him up at 1,100. So round to round, you can also pick and choose, but these are my 4 picks of more longer shot odds to win this week at the RBC Heritage.
All right, Fish, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Luke did a great job with the graphic. That's actually the background is the 8th hole at the RBC Heritage.
Isn't that cool?
Oh.
Isn't that cool? That's it. That's Uncle Luke.
So,
2 Live Luke.
Our social media, Nick on social media says, blowfish is great for a hangover. And then he says, not the fish, but the plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Oh.
What is that?
Pepto.
That's Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer.
You never heard of plop, plop, fizz, fizz? Oh, what a relief it is. That was an old commercial.
No.
Find that commercial. Alka-Seltzer. Find that commercial. Play it. It's awesome.
If they don't play it on Disney Plus, how am I supposed to know?
Well, this is an old commercial. This is old time.
Oh, before Disney Plus?
Yeah, way before Disney Plus.
Might be before she was born.
Probably.
I see.
But
That's funny.
there's still Alka-Seltzer out there, isn't there?
No, there is, I guess.
And also, okay, Maz, I'm happy that you addressed this pork roll. Is that a Jersey thing, is what social media wants
Pork
to know.
roll is outstanding. We call it Taylor ham in North Jersey. Pork roll, they call it down in South Jersey and in Philly. It's the same piece of meat. It's the best breakfast meat you will ever eat.
No, wait.
Yes.
P-meal, buried Canadian bacon?
Yes.
P-meal bacon?
Yes. Better. Try Taylor ham / pork roll,
Dink,
everybody.
did you hear that?
I highly recommend it. My kids love it.
My high school buddy, Dink Reynolds, was the one who brought that up. And did you hear that? He's ragging Canadian bacon.
I am, Dink.
Do you know, hey.
Bring on your Canadian bacon.
Wow. Touche, Maz.
Taylor ham, baby.
Walter just wrote, you know you're old when you sing the commercial with the guys.
Yeah, Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
Here it is.
You worked too hard, you ate too much, the cheesecake made you greedy. Let your aching head and stomach hear this message from old Speedy. Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Those speedy bubbles relieve your upset stomach and headache fast. For acid indigestion alone, Alka-Seltzer Gold. Oh, what a relief.
The rest is for drunks.
Bars.
The rest is for you drunks.
Amazing. Thank you, Nick, for even bringing that up, because I feel like I have been enlightened.
I have to give a caveat, though. Pedialyte, guys. Half Pedialyte, half water is for hangovers.
Really?
Trust me.
Well,
Professional.
Oh, no.
That's what you want. That's a rock star. Seriously, Pedialyte. To give to the babies.
I would have bet against you.
No, you know, but not to bet against me, man.
All right, guys, keep hitting us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. Maz, why don't you get us to the sports update?
I'm happily do that. Brought to you by MyBookie. Watching any sports a hell of a lot more exciting when you got some stake in the game. That's why MyBookie makes it easy. And how about this? Bet the MLB regular season matches like I do. Bet NBA player props and every other event. But there's a big boxing match coming up between MMA veteran Ben Askren and YouTuber Jake Paul. Place a single wager of just $20 on the fight, and you'll get a free $20 bet for UFC 261. You already know it. It's Poirier and McGregor. So bet 20 on this week's fight. Get a free 20 to bet in July. And that's good stuff. Don't forget to check it out, mybookie.ag. Ben Askren, by the way, if you bet him straight to win, they are giving you a 2-to-1 payoff bonus just on that. That's if you use the promo code Woodward. Woodward, take advantage of up to a $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. So thank you to MyBookie. Tigers.
You're gonna watch that fight, Maz?
Probably not, there, Fish. Probably not. But you know what? I'll probably be on social media, bouncing back and forth, and I'll probably find it. Somebody will have it up. Usually Ryan Armani's got all the fights. I'll pirate into his Facebook or something like that, and he'll always let me watch it for free. So, yeah, what the hell? I'll give it a shot if I run into it. I will not just sit down and watch it, though. I'm mainly on my baseball and the NBA game of the night, whatever that is. Tigers beat the Stros last night 8-2, but the big story are a ton of home runs. 2 more for the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He leads the majors
he's
with
got
6
some power,
now.
and he's shown that
Look at this
already.
guy, man. He is just
Well, the Tiger
playing
fan.
with house money, and he's not getting cheated. This was the second of his 2 home runs last night, heading it out to right field at Minute Maid Park. And Akil Baddoo did it again. He did it again. His 4th home run in his last 8 games. That's his first 8 games. As a player, no Tiger has ever done that. And the kid is as humble as they go. I mean, terrific story. Phenomenal story. As a matter of fact, I had a story. When his parents were here on Easter weekend, they got to see his first at-bat. And I was at that game with my daughter, Abby, so we got to see them. And then they stayed for the next game, and he hit another home run. So now, take this. On their way home, they're at Detroit Metro Airport heading home. And I think they were going back to Baltimore. And Mr. Baddoo is going through going through
security.
Going through security. And he takes out, oh man, I got Akil's keys for his car. I got Akil's keys to his condo. He's got everything. The kid is playing. Matter of fact, as he's saying this, Akil hits the grand slam. So he's jumping up and down at the airport. But he says, damn it, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So the guys at security say, Mr. Baddoo, leave the stuff with us. Call him. Tell him we're going to have it here, blah, blah, blah. He can come pick it up. We got it. They call him. He shows up. And he came with one of his teammates, and I'm trying to think who it was. Shows up, the guys give him the keys, and happily ever after. Only in Detroit.
That is so.
In
that's so Detroit.
Isn't that cool?
Are you kidding me? That's one of the things you miss the most about playing in the city. It's all the guys, and even when you fly out of your own, you have your own plane or whatever. There's people that work on it, and there's people like when you go through the airports that you see or whatever that are huge fans beyond this, and that just warms my heart. And think about it as a parent too, for a young. Not just an athlete, but to be in a city like that where people who don't know but feel a part of the whole thing. That's what the culture. That's the culture I'm talking about.
That makes it, man. That makes it.
It makes it
really great.
All of us together.
Hey, Tigers go for the sweep tonight. Michael Fulmer gets his first start of the year. The guy looks great. Got to lose about 30 or 40 pounds. He looks terrific. He goes against Lance McCullers tonight at 8:10. Tigers have finally beaten the Astros. First time they've taken a series since 2013. Pistons host the Clippers tonight at LCA. A goal and assist for former Red Wing Anthony Mantha in his cap debut. Who would have thunk it?
Go with the guy traded to the Washington Capitals. It's going to be a tough game against the Philadelphia Flyers, but I think Anthony Mantha not only plays in this game and wins, he also scores.
I like that.
Oshie to the trailer. Mantha off the head fake. Fires. He scores.
Look at you show off. You little show off. You're all right, Mac.
Thanks, bud. You're the
Hats
only one
off to you.
Refuses to listen to
No,
me.
I
Maz.
listen to you.
You do listen, but you're usually wrong because you don't listen.
Wings start a 2-game set with the Blackhawks tomorrow at LCA. Jack Eichel, the Sabres captain, superstar, out for the rest of the year. Sabres having a terrible year, so they're just basically putting this kid on the bench. Lions represented well at the Justin Fields Pro Day today. It's his second one, so the Lions have not shown their cards. They're sitting with pick number 7. We're going to talk about Mel Kiper's mock draft here in just a bit. So what are they going to do with 7? They're not showing you. They might take Justin Fields. You don't know that. By the way, Clarissa Shields, MMA debut, June the 10th. She's leaving the boxing ring for the, what do you guys call that thing?
MMA?
Yeah, but what do you guys call that
martial
thing?
arts?
The octagon. There you go.
You guys call that shape.
You guys call that thing. You know,
Yeah,
MMA is not my thing, but I'm putting it in my
yeah.
update. I'm stepping out of my security. I'm stepping it out.
Hey,
I got
go
Easy.
That's your guy.
I know. Easy wants to talk about MMA every single day. So I'm going to give him a segment one of these days just so he can get this out of his system once a week at least.
Fun fact, the octagon actually only belongs to the UFC. They copyrighted it. So every other organization has like either a circle or something else weird going on.
The fence. They're inside the fence.
The fence.
How about that?
Cage match.
Hey, but you know, I forgot to tell you, Jadeveon Clowney signed by the Browns today. 1 year, $10 million. I mean, the guy can always.
He still got $10 million?
He can always find a gig.
Somebody who's always getting hurt.
He can always find a gig.
Always injured.
And we told you earlier today about Aaron Donald. Over the weekend, he supposedly attacked DeVincent Spriggs, and I'm not sure what they fought over, but this is what DeVince is looking like right now, and he has filed assault charges against AD.
Hold that picture up there. Let me give you just a little something. Aaron Donald's a lefty. That's a lefty punch right there. You see that way that eye closes. Trust me, I know that. That's how. Yeah, that's how you get to it. So it's I would say that if I was the defense attorney, my client's right-handed.
How about that?
I'm just saying, Pilar.
Oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. If I was a defense attorney, I would say my client's a right-handed.
Hey.
He didn't do it. It wasn't him.
Glove don't fit.
On this day in sports, we go back to 2019.
No matter how long ago that was, it's still too soon, D-Max. Still too soon. I don't care if it's so many years.
You're right. I feel like Maz right now at the dinner table last night saying the 1 in a million and getting scolded by mom-in-law, and it just... So no wonder Uncle... And don't feel bad to him. He ended up at Aunt Lily's house or whatever it is.
Aunt Kathy's house. Yes, Aunt Kathy and Uncle Joe opened their beautiful home up for me. So that's where I'm staying this weekend. If you guys want to party, it's a big house. So give me a heads up. Tiger Woods, he stepped it up on 2019 today in sports. He won his 5th Masters. I'd love to show you the videos, but the PGA are a bunch of a-holes. So we'll just show you some still pictures. That's him holding the beautiful trophy. There he is celebrating on 18. And the best story of all is when he hugged his family. There it is, hugging little Charlie. Samantha was there. There's his mom. What happened? There she is.
What is wrong with you?
What happened?
What is wrong with you?
So Tiger Woods bringing home another green jacket. What happened?
Oh my
hey, little side note. I told you the side note caveat Tom Brady and I had. Well, Tiger Woods and I, we both were red on Sunday.
How
there
about that?
You go.
On the golf course.
Oh, you little. Hey, I thought there's a happy birthday going out.
To who?
To the man that should be in the Hall of Fame, the hit king himself, Pete Rose, 80 years old.
The game was
today.
tied in the bottom of the 12th when Charlie.
To my point,
you can show it.
Yeah,
bro.
you can show it. To my point,
we'll talk over
Maz,
it.
right? Like the asterisks, right? Give him an asterisk.
Look
but
at
you can't. How can you take?
Look at Charlie
Hustle away?
Here he comes.
Mow this guy in the All-Star
Look out,
game.
Ray Fosse. Look out! I got a story about that.
Best thing. That's the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's the 1970 All-Star game. That's Ray Fosse. Do you know Pete Rose ate dinner at his house the night before this?
I believe it.
Ate dinner with this man and ended his career on that play in an All-Star game. That's what Ray Fosse looked like after Pete Rose.
But do you understand? That's what made him great. It's that competitiveness, and I love you to death. But we get inside the lines. Let's go.
Fish, did you know that fact? I gave you that fact. Pete Rose run over Ray Fosse in the All-Star game. Had dinner with him and his wife the night before.
Obviously,
at Ray's house.
I did not. That's a good story.
Obviously, he didn't complain about the food. He just showed what kind of garbage he ate last day. He didn't like what he ate for the dinner.
Yeah.
Obviously not.
Oh my goodness! Keep the social.
What happened?
Stop it! Stop. Keep the social media comments coming. We love them.
Look out, Ray. Ooh.
His wife asked,
broke his collarbone.
After that.
Look, you don't do that in an All-Star game. You just
today you do.
No,
today,
you don't.
Today you do
no,
because
you
you're playing for home field advantage.
No, not anymore. That's gone, B. That's 2 years ago.
Well, now we don't. So see, now you don't.
Get
now
back
you don't.
into it, buddy.
But now you don't.
No, you
but
don't
when
do it
you
anyway.
did, I'm taking the guy out.
They didn't give a shit about that home field advantage. They never did.
What are you saying they never cared because
Baseball,
most of the game, like
for the All-Star game, they
what?
didn't care. The All-Star game, they didn't. The players, they weren't playing to win. They weren't.
What?
They're still not.
They played to win when the game,
Not
when
really.
the seventh game, or when home field advantage for the World Series for those few years mattered.
Well, of course, but they really didn't. They weren't really playing hard. It's an All-Star game.
No, I understand.
You play to have fun.
But the All-Star game gets more competitive later as it gets because, all I'm saying, Maz, is when home field for the World Series was at stake, there was more intensity in the All-Star game. Agreed or disagreed? You disagree? Okay.
Disagree.
All right. Yeah. Because I'm telling you though, is that you look at those All-Star games. How many years did they do it?
I don't know, a handful.
Handful of years, right? But it played a factor for every team, and I think including ours. 12.
I think the best record in both leagues should have home field, and that's what it is now.
I agree.
Because of interleague play, they all play each other. They all play against each other. But back in the day, they would interchange. The National League would have it 1 year. The American League would have it 1 year. And it was silly because if the Yankees won 110 games and the Padres won 90, Padres were home field advantage, and that's not.
Hey,
that
I'm still trying
fair.
to figure out how the Wings can get the first overall pick with the worst record, so I can't figure that out in my sport.
You know, one of Fish's facts today. Fish, put your mic up. What wasn't it? Didn't you say today the Red Wings won with the most games? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
today?
we had somebody on social media give us that as well.
Darren, you could hook us up here.
What?
What was the most wins you guys had in a year? 1995, right?
Oh, yeah. No,
96. 96, 62.
62. Today was the day.
Today was 62nd win.
I didn't want to take Fish's fact from today. But
well, I mean,
you take all the facts you want, man.
That's not ever going to be broken. 62 wins. And I know Tampa equaled it, but that's in a different
It's going to get broken, man.
It's a different era. 62 wins in today's NHL?
It's going to get broken.
It will not get broken. It'll get broken in 3-point games, but it doesn't have the same...
Okay, I got you.
Right? It doesn't have the same power as ours.
Right. There's no overtime win.
Right, dude. You can't, look at all that. That's
Sure.
where our record, 62-11, is sick.
It is
and we
sick.
lost. And that's
I know.
like the worst ever.
Sons of bitch, Avalanche, and
Okay,
Memphis.
all right.
But that was the beginning.
Hold on. I just remembered I got 4 cups. So I'm good. We're good. I love baseball, too.
All right, guys. When we come back, we're going to be getting to Mel Kiper's curveball that he's throwing
Another
in his,
one?
Yep, 4.0 draft, what he's throwing the curveball in for the Detroit Lions. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fayette at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys and ladies. This is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking thorough good boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Hey, gang, it's Maz for Hall Financial. When's the last time you checked your interest rate? Well, if it's over 3%, it's time you called Hall Financial for a free 5-minute mortgage checkup and tell them that Maz and Woodward Sports sent you. And tell them the hook as well. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you. So go to davidhallmortgage.com and get started right away. Hey, I got to 2.5% on my loan, and I lowered my years down to 15 years on my mortgage. I'll pay that house off one of these days. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital network, live from my bookie studios. Keep the conversations going on our social media at Woodward Sports. And make sure that you're giving our new account on Twitch some love, also at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. All right, guys, let's switch over to some NFL talk because we're getting closer and closer to the NFL draft. I can't even wait.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Then we won't have all these mock draft 20.0s. I mean, by the time we get to end of April, that's what I feel.
This is 2 weeks from tomorrow. This is awesome.
I know. I'm so excited. So in Mel Kiper's mock draft 4.0, for rounds 1 and 2, he's got Lions taking Jamar Chase, wide receiver out of LSU, at 7, and then Malcolm. I'm hoping I don't say his name wrong. Kuntz. Right? Okay, Kuntz. You never know. I mean, these spellings. It might be French, right? You never know. Malcolm Kuntz, the edge out of Buffalo. He's got him. The Lions taking him at 41 in round 2.
Yeah, defensive end, outside linebacker. I mean, go back to Buffalo. You're like, what the Buffalo? Khalil Mack came from Buffalo. All right, Khalil Mack came from Buffalo. So Jamar Chase at number 7, supposedly the best receiver in the draft. He had a year off. I kind of hesitate. I got Mike Williams-itis, but this kid is not Mike Williams. He's a physical specimen. He's going to be terrific. But I go to Easy, and me and him are talking in the office, and we're going back and forth. And Easy, take us down the wide receiver picks in the first round back in the day. Show us this. Look at these picks. These are number 1 wide receivers that have been taken just lately. And do any of those names really just pop out at you?
I mean, Amari Cooper does.
Yeah, he has a decent career, but he's not been anything.
But he's also in a team that uses all their wide receivers. It's not like he's on a team that only focuses on one star-stud receiver.
To your point, Maz, there's a whole bunch of 7s and
we could go deeper than that. Oh my God!
But I'm saying, where's your Larry Fitzgerald or like somebody? Where's your?
Is there a Calvin Johnson in
Where's
this?
your Julio Jones?
Is there a Calvin Johnson here? Is there a Jerry Rice here? Is there, those kind of players?
Antonio
Michael
Brown.
Irvin.
I mean,
well, whatever.
Well, just because he's caused so much trouble, but at one point, Antonio Brown.
But he didn't last.
He was
a 4th-round pick, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he was a later round pick.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you,
but to your point, Pilar, later round picks is where usually
that's where
the wide receivers come from. Here's the whole thing. Again, it goes back. Do you trust who's making the decisions, whether to trade out, whether to pick, no matter what they pick? Because my thing is obviously I'm interested. I have a different perspective, but I'm sort of focused in. I hope Sewell drops the left tackle from Oregon and we start there, but that might not even be in their plans. That's just my plan, but I ain't got no job there and stuff like this. The bottom line is, do I trust that they're going to take or move to the best possible position? Yes.
He's got Atlanta, by the way, trading the 4th pick to Miami. Miami's at 6, so all they do is swap picks and they pick up an extra pick.
I like that.
And he has Miami picking the kid from Miami. What's his name? Pitts. Huh?
Kyle Pitts?
Tight
end.
And
from Florida.
And he's got Florida, excuse me. And he's got at 6, he's got Atlanta taking Trey Lawrence. And Trey Lance is going to be having his pro day here in another few days or so, his 2nd one. So he still has the Atlanta Falcons taking a quarterback, although they moved down.
If you're looking at this board right here, that just the Mac Jones at 3, I don't get that. But again, it goes to the power struggle between John Lynch and the head coach and the GM, Kyle Shanahan. So I mean, it's not the word. Like, obviously, if this kid is as good as and they take him there, then you got to go with it. You got to trust the process that he is your next Cowboy.
He's got the Patriots trading with the Cowboys and getting Justin Fields.
That would be very interesting to see if the Patriots trade up like that. But
they have to.
Justin Fields, speaking of him, well, the Lions were at his second pro day today. Yeah. So if he's still probably going to be, they're anticipating him be available at 10. I mean, is that something that the Lions end up snagging?
Well, I would take Lance over him personally, but I'm not for Ohio State quarterbacks. I hate to paint the kid into that picture, but there's not been an Ohio State quarterback yet that has come out and done anything. That's just a fact. I know everyone's different and all, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, Walter, I'm moving Decker right. Sewell's in there. I'm building a freight train up front. Yes, exactly. Even after we sign Decker. Yes, absolutely. 1,000,000%.
All right. So let us know your thoughts on social media at Woodward Sports. So, yes, the other news was that Lions were at Justin Fields' second pro day. That kind of changes things up. Back to the maybe they do take them. Another thing in the world of the NFL. This one's pretty silly. So the Broncos offer for Stafford has been revealed.
Yep.
And I think everybody who has already seen it has also laughed about it. So the trade with Denver sends 9th overall pick to Detroit for Stafford and Lions' second round pick.
And the offer did not include Drew Lock coming back to the Lions. So the Lions said, "Wait, let's call the Rams." What? What are you going to give us? Oh,
that was a joke.
We're going to give us your starting quarterback that's won 6 playoff games and been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll give you Jared Goff
and a couple of number ones and a 2. What?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me call these other guys back. Denver. Pound salt.
Yeah, could you imagine?
We don't want to give you. No, we don't want to give you him. Who do you want? You have Stafford, right? We want Stafford, but we're not going to give you Drew Lock.
So if you do not think in any league, right, front offices who have relationship, who are their who's, right? Because obviously Brad Holmes, we know it coming from the Rams. Well, he had that relationship, so you have to look at different things like that. I'm sure it worked out that way because of his relationship, whether it was Fleece. But if you ask LA, they got the quarterback they want to win now, right? Mm-hmm. And they were willing to give up in the future. So look at who the dance partner is. Look at who the dance partner is in every sport, and the guys play together. If they were former players, did they play in the same organization? Do they know the same? Matt always brings up great caveats of Pete Rose running over Ray Fauci at the plate. I'd had dinner the night before, so he was really mad at his wife for the dinner she cooked, if she cooked, or he burnt the barbecue. Who knows? But look deeper into these, and this is why sometimes they get done. Obviously in Denver, so they can't, there's no, because look at that garbage offer when you could see what you get, and again, it goes down to who are you dancing with.
Could you imagine what Matthew Stafford would feel if they actually took that offer? Could you imagine?
He could have turned it down.
I would say, what?
The second round pick part was the disrespectful part to me. What? I don't care about Drew Lock. You want a second round pick too?
Yeah, I would be like, dude, come on. Dude, have you seen? But if I was Stafford, I'd be like, seriously, have you seen my numbers and have you seen what I've had to work with?
Strictly money off the books.
But they were giving you the 9th overall pick, which is it's good. The 9th overall pick. That means the Lions would have had 7 and 9.
I'm not giving you my second round pick though, too.
I know. Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it could have been in 2024.
At that point, then they would have gotten their quarterback and a skill.
Correct.
Right, but no, I still wouldn't have done that. I would have much rather.
I'm just saying it's not that bad. I mean, it's not. I mean, you're getting a number 1 in the top 10.
But what they got was another quarterback that's able to start with 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would be if I was Stafford, I'd be like, I'm so offended if they would have even thought of.
I don't think Stafford would have cared as long as he went to a team he wanted to go to. Well, who the Lions got for him is not his issue. He don't care about that. He just wants to go home.
I would be offended.
That's not a ridiculous not offer when something's not out there. Second, so you had 7 and 9, and Denver's got to be looking at it. If Detroit is looking for, maybe that gives them room if they wanted a quarterback in this draft, right? You got 7 and 9. You can move up to 2 or 3, I would think. I mean, I don't know the rules and all that stuff, but what it showed is that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and this Lions organization has a plan.
Right.
We're not free balling like we have been for 50 years, right? What their plan is, slowly but surely, I believe they're going to reveal it to us, and it started with the free agents they signed. It starts with some of the guys they restructured deals with, and it goes into the draft, which is only 2 weeks away. So, exciting time.
Oh, can't even wait. All right, guys, keep letting us know your thoughts on social media. So far, everybody's saying absolutely a laughable offer, and I can't agree with you guys more. We will be right back, and when we are back, we are going to be getting to me gusta or no me gusta. So stay tuned. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, Art.
Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. It is Wednesday, April 14th. I am so much enjoying all your comments on social media at Woodward Sports. Don't forget, you can give us a call, 313-552-6322. We were talking in our last segment about the offer, the original offer that was now discovered that the Denver Broncos offered for Matthew Stafford. And I like what Cornelius says on our Facebook. Trash offer. Stop sugarcoating it. Stop sugarcoating it, Matt.
You're getting the number 1 pick. It's not a trash offer.
I don't think it's a trash offer either, because you don't know what else is out there, right? We know now what the return from the Rams were, but you can't say to start it off or to start the talk, hey, the 9th overall pick and second rounder for Stott. You know what I'm saying? That starts the conversation.
That's how it is.
You didn't
counter them,
right? Because it wasn't there. Because your plan was off the other way. How about this, guys? Thank God it wasn't last year, because you would have lost the 3rd overall pick or whatever like this, because they would have traded that to Denver. Like, that's what I'm saying. Trust the people in charge.
The idiot mobile.
Well, they made out great. The Lions did the right thing, and not accepting the Broncos offer and sticking out to see what else was out there. All right, friends, it is time for us to play Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. If you are new to the show, it is very simple. Me gusta means you like or agree the statement I'm about to read. No me gusta means you completely disagree. You do not like what I'm about to say. Hit us up on social media at Woodward Sports. All right, guys. So, news following, the Bills are allowing 100% capacity for vaccinated fans. I guess you're going to have to show your vaccination card if you have been, which I feel like that is
Check these fans out.
HIPAA
You think
laws,
these fans are getting vaccinated?
Bills Mafia, baby.
Check this guy out. You think he's got a vaccination?
Boom.
He doesn't have a vaccination.
Boom.
They threw babies on tables in Buffalo.
Stop it. Fish, what do you have to say to this?
Yeah, I'm under the impression that every single, you want to go anywhere in the next, year, you're going to need a vaccination.
A vaccination.
Like anywhere.
So,
stadium, restaurant, hotel, anywhere with really security, you're going to need.
I have 2 words for you guys.
Club, bar.
Fake ID.
fake ID, but I mean, how are you going to prove that you've been vaccinated? Is it going to be on your
COVID card? You're opening up a whole new. Who are you starting with, Pilar?
I mean, people are probably making fake COVID cards right now.
Of course they are, and they look great.
Are they?
Yes, and fake licenses are better than ever. They scan at airports now.
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
No, wait a minute.
You're saying that they're doing fake COVID cards or vaccination cards?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
But you're still going to need a card. So you're going to have to fork up money somewhere, whether you get a jab in your arm or whether you pay some guy from North Dakota in the middle of the alleyway to get your card. Yeah.
In Jersey, that's right. We'll go to Paul in Jersey.
Tammy on social media says, me gusta only because I have mine. You can fake the COVID vaccination.
Well, if you get
can
a card,
fake it.
but here's
People
the
are already using fake COVID cards.
Yeah, you gotta
selling it on Etsy.
Yeah,
what is this world coming to?
You gotta have a card, but you still have to have. You gotta have money either way.
I am. I guess I'm that
It's not
honest.
surprising. But you're gonna have to fork up something,
People
whether a
watching
jab or
Frozen
an
too
arm
much.
or money.
What? They're probably selling for what, $50 or something?
Oh God, probably way more.
Nah, you can get them for $40 or less even.
Really? People should be upcharging that.
People chip in. The more you buy, the less the cost is. I know the exact way to do it. The more people that buy them, the less the price is.
So Matt,
that's just the way it is.
Matt, are you gonna get a vaccination card or are you gonna get the actual shot?
I don't know yet. It depends.
Well, I would hope you get the card.
I still have the power.
I'm going to say me gusta to the fact, right, where we're talking about. I know that you can walk into Speedway across the road and be refused service for no shoes, no shirt, right? No service, no vaccine card. Like, I mean, I think that if it's one of those things that, like Fish said, it's coming to that point. So, but that also, too, to our point, that opens up the fake ID market. And that if they implement this, so does it in the long run, it comes down to you personally take care of it. I don't have a problem with it because if it was something that if I didn't get vaccinated or whatever and couldn't go, well, that was my choice. Right? So then you're going to prohibit yourself from doing this stuff and you know it's going to get mainstream. You know you can't fly and you know it's going to get to that point. It's just where are we at? What are your numbers at when we get to that point? Hopefully, right when we're at that point, your numbers are low to non-existent.
Right, that's what we all hope for. Ellen on social media saying, no me gusta. I have a real vaccine card. The fact that you even need to say real right now is
but that's
absurd
life.
to me.
That's been that
I
way
have a
forever.
real vaccine card and it's nobody's business. Deal breaker for me. I agree. Like there's some kind of HIPAA laws being broken by everybody exposing
it's the truth.
their cards.
And I like how people get their shots and then they have to go on social media to say, I got my shot. You can get your shot without actually having to say anything on social media.
No, people want to rub it in the anti-vaxxer's face and say, "Oh, you thought I was gonna get a chip in my arm, or you thought I was gonna die, or whatever they want to thought." But the reason why I raised I already forgot what I was gonna say. Keep going. You guys are good.
Ring the bell when you're ready.
I will.
Hey, are you ready for your debut here in a few minutes?
Cornelius.
Yes.
Okay.
Cornelius is saying, let me borrow yours, so it must be yours, Matt, so I can make copies. Oh, okay, you remember, yes?
I did. People fake IDs.
Yeah,
so,
I do know people have fake IDs.
No, I'm just saying that people fake IDs. So are you shocked that they fake IDs?
No, because I understand people have been using fake IDs forever, I guess, to get into bars, and now the fact that they need to do fake ID or fake vaccination cards to get into places like... Honestly, look, then just don't go.
But fake IDs are an issue.
They are
all
an
over
issue.
at bars, so they're going to be an issue here.
I agree. I'm surprised at the fact that
you're surprised in such a
cards,
vulnerable situation of COVID that people would try to make money off it. Oh my gosh.
Or fake IDs. Like, why are you doing that?
But this
Etsy. It's on Etsy.
The people in this world.
Yes. Walter says the issue is we have yahoos, like a person saying on Twitter that he was tested positive with COVID and that same night went to WrestleMania. These places are trying to protect themselves. I get that. I 100% understand and respect that. Maz, Fish, before you forget,
you can go to Maz.
Write it down so you don't forget. Fish. All right. Maz, ¿te gusta o no te gusta?
No te gusta. I don't like, mind your business. I want to go to a game.
Bill's allowing 100% capacity for vaccinated
Yeah, I say
fans.
no me gusta.
Okay.
I want people to they should be minding it. Why do I have to show a card that says I'm okay to go in and watch a game?
Maz, you want to go to a Lions game?
Yeah.
Because you're going to need that card.
Yeah, but it's not fair, I don't think. I don't think it's right.
Well, then good luck watching it from your couch.
That's fine. I'll go home and watch it from the couch, I guess. I'm not against the vaccine. I'm totally not against it. I'm just saying that I don't think that they should invade your privacy at these events and ask you, did you get it or did you not?
Right.
Because half the people are probably lying.
Apparently.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mass, but I'm just saying, if you want to go to these games, you're going to have to get vaccinated. So
I'm telling you, pretty soon it is going to have to be that they're going to have to inject you with a scan, and then they can scan you so that you're not getting.
You'll never get in a game. You think it's hard to get in a game now? By the time they pat you down, now that you want them, now you want the blood tests when you're walking up. Prick my finger.
crazy.
Oh, Maz, don't bring that up because they're actually going to do that.
Add that to tomorrow morning's show, all right, Fish?
Easy. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta?
I mean, I'm gonna get a fake ID either way. I'm getting fake COVID cards all day.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna be out there with my Crayola pen going to work on that motherfucker.
They have to. You know what? They're gonna have to start doing some type of a scan system, or like the counterfeit.
I know people who got the cards.
Did Maz not just say that they have fake licenses that can run through?
Yeah, I mean they have fake everything.
They can. So in today's day and age,
I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is too much.
Would you like me to bring you in my somebody's fake ID tomorrow for you to look at?
Yes, I do. Is it your daughter's?
I will do that.
Fake COVID card.
You have one?
You do not have a fake COVID card.
No, I don't have one, but I'll get one.
But are you really going to use it? Because it's a terrible thing to do. Is to fake somebody.
Hey, all you got to tell them, Pilar, karma's real. Be careful.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, karma's real. Be careful.
Karma is real. R-E-A-L. Es real.
It's real.
It happens. Because you're going to go into somewhere and you're going to let people think like, hey, I'm somewhat safe. I have got the vaccine. Here's my card. Click, click.
They do the same thing when they're 21.
But that's for fake ID. This isn't to get into somewhere for public health safety and saying that you are vaccinated to get into somewhere where it's public health safety. I don't care if you want to go to a club and drink. That's on you. But
okay, let me ask you this.
Come in and say you're with a fake COVID card.
If you're going to Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo and you're in the stadium because everyone there has gotten in with their card, okay? Are you still going to wear your mask?
Yes.
You're going to wear your mask even though you know everybody in that stadium has got the COVID shot?
I would because I'm trying. What if?
I mean, when does
what
it
if
end?
you still have it? Because the COVID vaccine isn't 100%.
But it's supposed to be a safe.
Proof.
It's supposed to be a safe house.
Right, I get that, but you don't know if somebody still has it. I mean, we know people that got the vaccine and then still got COVID.
So what happens if you have the card and you do everything by the book and then you still get it?
Yeah.
Well,
right?
then,
So
you know
there's
what?
so
I
many
mean, it's
questions.
just, yes, that's the thing.
We can agree to move on.
I'll say this though real quick. If we get those fake COVID cards, you know what's going to start happening? That's when those microchips come. Honestly,
telling
we
you,
get caught
these
with enough fake
microchips.
COVID cards.
Easy. What are you talking about? 10 years, you're going to have one in your arm anyways, so you're just going to have to walk through things and it'll check
That's
off
fine
who
with
you
me.
are.
I don't even give a damn. Put one in me. I don't care.
Yeah, all
If I
right.
can walk through airport security easier, go ahead, throw
I'm
it in there.
just saying, like, what? Look at take a step back and take a big look. At
Where's
what's going
Maz
on.
again? Oh, he's in the bathroom again. Oh, there he is. He's sleeping. Oh, I don't care. Track me. He's watching the game.
Fish, ¿te gusta o no te gusta?
No te gusta. They should have freedom. Well, keyword should have freedom. People should be able to do whatever they want. Should, because that's not going to happen. But the one thing that could worry is they're going to have more people vaccinated versus more people with the vaccination cards. So people are going to see that and they're going to do a crackdown.
I would hope so.
They're going to see, 75% vaccinated, 95% with a vaccination card.
Yeah.
What the hell? We got to crack down, and then they're going to check every single card. They're going to do like a big vet. You're going to a restaurant to eat dinner. Well, it's going to be a 10-hour dinner because they're going to have to vet you. Ask you questions about, did you actually get the shot? What did it feel like?
Welcome back to the Fish Show, everybody, here on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm going to say I don't really care what is at this point.
Can we just goose that out of this subject and move
I
on?
was going to say, I don't really care what they do, if they're going to require, if they're not going to require. I just want people to be safe. I know me personally, you can tell me, hey, the Bills are allowing 100% capacity if you're vaccinated. And even if I was vaccinated right now, I probably would still not go. Not because it's a Bills game, but because...
Well, you're just be in the parking lot.
Hey,
like
you
this
just
guy.
be one of the vaccinated
because
guys
I
like
still
this. Look at them all
yeah.
vaccinated there.
I still want
Jumping
to
through
be
tables.
careful. I still want to be careful.
That's what happened to Sammy Watkins.
Oh, my God.
I'm not... that's wrong.
That's why he has injury issues.
That's wrong.
Last question, then I'll shut up till the end. Pilar, let's say the Lions are in the Super Bowl and someone gives you tickets to the game, but right now, would you? And you're vaccinated, would you go?
I probably would not, and it wouldn't be my first time that I'm going to turn down Super Bowl tickets.
And they're really good seats.
Yeah, but the Lions have never been in it.
Where
I
are
know,
your
the Lions are not. What? I might be there for history.
where are your favorite seats at a game?
No, right now.
Yes.
I would not.
The press box she likes.
I would not.
Wherever your favorite seats are, you get tickets to that row and seat.
I don't care if it was, field passes. I still would not go because I feel that just because everybody's vaccinated,
Lions in the Super Bowl, beautiful night.
No.
Your favorite band? Your favorite
Fish, there's your fake ID, bro.
Look at yourself.
Your favorite
Fish.
bands doing the halftime show?
Oh my gosh. Well, that would be hard. But no, I would.
Who was your
I would
favorite
just,
band, by the way?
I mean, you could tell me it was like Guns N' Roses, okay? Like, I am a huge Guns N' Roses fan from back in the day, and even though they're all, like, old and fat, like, I would still...
Greatest concert I've ever seen, 91 LA Forum. Skid Row opened up for Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusions tour. They played for 4 hours. It was the sickest concert I'll always remember. Me and Wayne Gretzky's little brother, Brent.
I'm telling you, it would be, I mean, you could tell me it would be free passes to a fun concert like a Kenny Chesney concert, that the experience itself is so great, and I still would not go right now, and especially now knowing that people are doing these fake vaccine cards. No.
How about, would you go see Grindr?
That I would.
Okay.
I would for
That's
that.
a show in itself.
I would. All right, guys, we love your responses on social media. At Woodward Sports. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have got the reenactment of KD and Shannon Sharp's Twitter drama. So stick around. It's a Academy Award-winning performance, we promise. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fenton at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys. And ladies, this is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking thorough good boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, my friends, it is time for us to do a little bit of the Hook Theater. Are you ready for this, my friends? We have got our in-studio actors, Fish in the Fishbowl.
Who is KD? He's Kevin Durant.
Do we know who's who? Okay.
Yeah, Fish is always Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant.
Okay, all right.
Are you kidding me? You can't steal his role. It's like a Denzel.
And then playing Shannon Sharp, we have got Luke. So Luke is going to take a minute off of our social media, guys. All right.
Now we got to put up the text as we do it as well, if that's possible.
And unlike the last one, there's one swear word, I think, in this whole thing.
It? Add some swears.
No.
Is that what I should do?
No.
Yes.
What? D-Mac, you're the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Do honesty.
Fish, I want you to... I trust you, Fish. If you feel it, let it go. You just, whatever, fishify this thing, baby.
We have to set it up first for everybody.
All right, Maz.
Here's the setup. Shannon Sharp goes on his show Undisputed on FS1, and he does that with Skip Bayless. And he puts out, let's play that. Let's play
better
that.
than even LeBron James, but very few people were willing to go there. And then he because he said it, if LeBron James is the GOAT, I beat the GOAT twice and hit the shots in his building. What does that make me? It wasn't about where I will be.
That is Shannon Sharp misquoting Kevin Durant talking about beating LeBron James twice. Now, we go on from there. They have a Twitter battle, and now we will reenact it. Fish as KD and Luke as Shannon Sharp, and it better be a good Shannon Sharp. Hit it, boys.
Y'all remember the fake account when KD said, now everybody want to play for the Heat and Lakers? Let's go back to being competitive and going at these peoples. Then he joins the 73-9 Warriors and builds the Nets into a superpower with Kyrie and Harden. Oh, my God.
Oi, Shannon, refuse to respond to me. Yo, Shannon, why are you always using your platform to push fake quotes about me?
KD, if you want to talk to me, I'm not hard to find, but I'm not going back and forth on social media. Whatever our differences are, they can be handled out of the eye of social media.
We can talk in front of everybody. It ain't that serious, Shannon. You go on TV in front of everybody pushing fake shit. But now you want to talk in private? Why are you lying on TV, Shannon?
Hey, KD, enjoy your day. Stay healthy. And finish this season off strong, buddy.
Nicely done, boys.
I feel like we missed the emojis. The piece at the end of Shannon Sharp.
Let's show the text now, Easy. You can show them all.
Thumbs up
Look at that.
from Shannon Sharp.
Here's the kicker. Shannon Sharp, he blocked Kevin Durant. And Kevin came back with, but I'm sensitive.
But I'm sensitive.
I think
oh, my gosh.
But here's the thing. Look at how KD learned from the last time where he can't stay away. Okay? So he can't. But he tempered it down, and now, like, it's more of the message that gets across where, you know, he can have more. That to me was more civil. The other one was funnier, but this one was more to the point.
Right. I agree. I'm happy that he went more to the point.
Like I said,
made less
lesson learned.
Spectacle of the whole thing.
I think Luke could have yelled a little bit more on his portrayal.
Luke, you did great. Social media is giving you an applaud. Well done, Fish and Luke. Social media loves you guys.
Boy, these guys, like Max says, KD cannot stay away from this. This is like, it's too much of a magnet.
It's like weed to me.
It's
just
magnet.
like weed to me. I mean, it's just like
just,
you can't fight it. You just gotta. It's gonna be a part of it. He has this, like.
Yep.
But it's how he temperaments himself. Because that's more, to me, knowing Kevin Durant can go off, but the fact that he's trying to do it civilly, that's the enjoyment in this, to see how, and where does it go next. Next thing you're going to see him articulate and use big words and stuff like this to really get it. He's going to go the opposite. He's going to use big words to make people feel stupid.
Hey, I got a stat for you guys. I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm going to go around the room here. Kevin Durant, since coming back to the Nets with a bad, whatever he had, a hamstring this time, has played 70 minutes. How many points has he accumulated, Darren?
In 70 minutes?
Yes.
48.
Pilar?
36.
Easy.
51.
Fish?
49.
And you can yell, Luke.
72.
70 points in 70 minutes. Luke said 72.
Wow.
He overbid.
Right.
He
Loser. You went over, bro. You went over by $2, and that cost you the whole thing.
Nobody said it was Price is Right rules.
That's right. He wins.
You busted. It's blackjack rules. You busted. You busted.
Listen to the theme song. Go, Fish.
Mavs, by the way, 5 Astros placed on the injured list for health and safety tonight. Jordan Alvarez, Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, Martin Maldonado, and Robel Garcia.
Hurry up and bet the Tigers before they take it off the board. I'm going out right now.
Maz, I did that so that I could use them as my pick, you bastard.
I'm going on right now. The game's got to be off the board. I am looking.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
OTB.
In the meantime, let's get to D-Max Dust Up.
I got a good one for you today, Pilar, because you know what? You haven't seen a good fight.
The game is still on the board.
And a good fight lately, but I want to take it back. And since we've been talking about, you know, the 80s and different stuff like this, I'll tie it in because one of my best friends and somebody who I can't speak highly enough of is Dino Cicerelli as part of
my bet.
A teammate. You did? Boy. Teammate back in the day. But before I think at this time, because as Maz said, this is, what did you call this?
The Valentine's Day Massacre.
95. Don't be, it's 1985, February 14th. We're going to take it back because this green team, Pilar, was known as the Minnesota North Stars. They are no longer there. They are the Dallas Stars now, and the Minnesota Wild is there. But my buddy Dino Cicerelli and a few of the Red Wings, Eddie Mio, that you'll notice, the goalie who's out here plays in our alumni. But this is the way guys used to handle it, and maybe this is something that happened with Aaron Donald and that guy at the bar the other night. Go ahead, Easy.
Cicerelli is on the Detroit bench, going at it with Garrett.
In the Detroit bench. So that means the benches have to be cleared. And Dino Cicerelli, who one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Now Duguay comes in. This is the best. There's Eddie Mio just chatting about where they're going after the game. Everybody else gets in here. You know what I noticed, Maz, on the beginning of this is, you know who's floating around? Willie Platt.
Oh,
remember
man,
Willie Platt, old tough guy for Calgary and stuff like this. But yeah, Pilar. So stuff like this, you know, and look at look
beautiful.
at the trainers and the coaches, and they're just sort of standing away. But
can you take who
Nick
that coach
Polano?
is?
I don't know if Nick Polano's a coach in the tie there. I don't know if he's looking to take a swing because he's known for fisticuffs.
Look at Duguay. Oh, he just got tackled by Gilles Malache.
Oh yeah, and then there comes Corrado Mikalev. All the great names from back in the day growing up. That's a little 85. I was 13 years old.
Oh, man, I love those days.
I love that
was a
Valentine's
good
Day
one.
that year.
Who won the cup that year?
85.
Would that be the
Edmonton?
Edmonton?
Yep. And then the Canadians the year after. Yeah,
Social media saying,
86.
I love hockey fights. Old school. That was old school.
Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. So there you have it. That's D-Max Dust Ups, and that was a good one. I'm going to agree with you guys. It was a good one.
Did you guys see who passed away today at the age of 85? Bernie Madoff passed away today. Who's Bernie Madoff, you might ask? He is the guy that perpetrated the largest Ponzi scheme in American history. He died today in federal prison. He had been having renal failure. He's been very ill. He's been asking to go home and live out his days. They did not let him. And if you remember, there's a good movie on HBO. It's The Wizard of Lies, it's called. And Robert De Niro plays him. It's a good movie to watch if you didn't know what happened. But the reason I bring this guy up is he is the main reason that the New York Mets are the shit show they are today, because the Wilpon family went in with him and was Ponzi schemed by him. And basically almost lost their team. That's why the Mets haven't been able to spend money these past 10 years. They have a new owner now, Steve Cohen. He's a multi-billionaire, so the Mets will be back where they belong soon. But Bernie Madoff, dead at the age of 85. He is a villain, especially in New York. A big, big villain, and on Wall Street especially.
He's a villain, I think, in everybody's eyes.
Rest in peace, but Bernie.
Right, of course.
I'm sure you were a good guy prior to that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, but...
ruined a lot of lives.
Easy.
Maz, where's your renal? He died from renal something, you said?
Yeah, renal failure.
Where is that? What is
That's
that?
kidney.
Okay.
Kidney. What are you thinking? Anal?
No,
is that what
I
you're
just wanted
thinking?
to know. I'm trying to get
Renal
educated.
was like retinal.
Get your
He
mind
had
out
eye
of the gutter,
problems.
Maz.
Well, you got
Come
that
on,
look.
Maz.
You have that devious look on your face.
He
Like,
did-
like I did something wrong.
He
Hey,
had
what'd
like
you do wrong this
it was a
time?
very much immature giggle underneath what he was saying. All right, guys. It is time for us to get to who you like.
I already told you who
we
you
know
like.
who you like. You took
No.
it from D-Mac.
I'm going to let Darren have that one. I have my own.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
I'm taking-
D-Mac, you have anybody else?
No, I'm going to take Michael Fulmer and the Tigers tonight. Plus the money, plus 160. First start back, everything else. Just the fact that Altuve and Bregman aren't in the lineup. Hopefully the bats stay hot. Go Tigers!
All right, there you have it.
I got a 3-team parlay for you. I love them all. I love the Indians tonight. Zach Plesac. They'll beat the White Sox. I gave it to you last night. I said it's going to be a 1-1 game, 1-0 game. And it was 0-0 in the 10th inning. I said bet the under 6.5. It wound up 2-0 Cleveland. So take the Indians tonight with Zach Plesac. Take the Phillies. I hate to bet against the Mets, but I will. Zach Wheeler on the hill, former Met. He's going to stick it up there, you know what? And the Padres with Joe Musgrove off his no-hitter will beat the Pirates, who have been a thorn in the Padres' side. So here you go. Indians, Phillies, and the Padres. Bet it. It is plus 441 right now if you bet all three teams. So you can bet them separate. And, of course, the Tigers against the Astros. Throw that one in there as well.
All right. Easy. Who you got? Who you like?
I don't know if anyone said this yet, but I have a feeling about the Tigers tonight. I have a good feeling about those guys.
Oh, my God. I love this.
It's good. No, it's good. That's great. Because, see, listen, the lesson is learned. Who would follow your hero? Exactly. When he's making predictions and stuff like that, I like you, Easy. I like it. The guy traded to the Washington Capitals. It's going to be a tough game against the Philadelphia Flyers, but I think Anthony Mantha not only plays in this game and wins, he also scores.
I like that.
I'm going with that guy's picks all day.
Yeah. Good little kiss ass.
Yeah.
Fish, who you like? Or who we like?
Yeah, we got 2 picks. I don't know if any of you heard that was Adam's voice. You may have heard. I have the records on here, and he said, "You guys suck." That was Adam. If any of you heard that, we go to the picks. Yeah, we go to the picks today. You're going with the Richmond Tigers. Ooh. They're playing football. They're playing against the Saints. They've lost 2 in a row, so they're going to bounce back and they're going to win.
You believe in them. Way to go, Plar.
I believe in them.
Is that Thursday night football?
Thursday night football.
Yes.
Very excited.
Great.
Love
He said
Thursday
the
night
Saints,
football.
not the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, not the New Orleans Saints. Kill the Saints. We go to, I'm going rugby. I'm going Penrith Panthers over the Broncos.
All right.
Broncos have been looking shaky.
Ooh, yeah.
Panthers 5-0 for the first time in their history.
So are we on a
gonna be good
losing
with Sam
streak
Darnold.
here?
For what?
For our picks.
Yeah, you're 3-5 right now.
Okay.
But you're gonna get back up there.
I heard Adam laughing. Adam, zip it.
The only person Maz is good. You're at 10-4. D-Mac, you're at 7-3.
Yeah, that's good too. Dude, 70%. Give me a freaking break, man. That's better than my grades.
Well, Adam only likes 10-0 or 100-0. He doesn't do 1 loss or 2 loss.
He won't remember you.
Oh my gosh, Adam.
He doesn't know what loss. Yes, and that's another thing. If you lose 1 game in the final, he won't remember you ever.
All
You go
right,
to hell.
guys.
Go right to hell.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining in on
Now you know
all
where
the
I get
fun-
that Middle Eastern accent, Adam.
There you go.
for joining in on the social media conversations. We loved it at Woodward Sports. Keep them coming. Also, big thanks to all
Look
of our
at that fish
callers.
cam. It's still staying
Kevin, Zach,
Watching the
Paul.
aquarium. Hey, little aquarium
That's
walk
right.
down on the way
It's
out.
amazing. It's amazing. All right, my friends.
Somebody feed the fish.
For D-Mac, for Maz,
Go
for
back to fish.
for Easy, for Luke, I'm Pilar Lasher. We'll see you guys tomorrow.